Hey, it's Game Hydra. Today we're playing Persona 5, the Phantom X. We got some tips, tricks, strategies, and whatnot to help you with the game. Alright, so this game is a massive one. If you've been playing it for a little bit, you've probably figured that one out. Much bigger than most mobile games that you'll find. Matter of fact, the dungeon crawling or palace crawling in this game is actually far more similar to console games than most mobile games. Think of it kind of almost like Zelda. There's a lot of stuff to explore, and the game is not automatically going to tell you what to do, and there's a lot of puzzles. All right, so there are some strategies for attacking these dudes here. You want to try to hit them first. You'll get the upper hand in battle that way. If you don't get them first, they hit you first, they'll get the upper hand in battle, but you still got a pretty good shot at winning. You can either put battles on auto or on manual. It's kind of up to you and what you want to do. So, if you weaken if you weaken and knock down all the characters, you'll be able to do the ultimate attack, basically. But let's see, taking it off of manual, you got a choice between the melee weapon, the gun, and the persona skill. Persona skill is excellent, especially if you have a elemental advantage. Otherwise, you have a pretty good shot of getting good results from the melee too. But this is where you got some healing skills. You got buffs, you got debuffs, absurd comedy. For example, absurd comedy here does damage to all foes and healing. So when you get damage and healing all in the same pull, that is considered kind of to be an excellent skill. Obviously, you're going to have to confirm that. Let's go ahead and demonstrate the gun skill. So basically, you're going to have to hit confirm over and over. You can change targets in the middle as long as you got ammo left over. And at any time, you can switch the battle back and forth. There it is. There's the all-out attack button because we knocked down everybody. So all-out attack, super powerful, involves all of your teammates. Oftentimes, this is the attack that can end the battle. Sometimes it's not, sometimes it is. In that case, it was the attack that ended the battle. Let's see if we can get the advantage against one of these baseball guys again. We'll just leave it on manual for now and let the game do its work. Auto, and let the game do its work. Also got it on double speed to kind of speed the battle along. Another way to speed the game along in general, you can skip pretty much any dialogue that you want to in order to simply continue with the gameplay faster. Now, whether you do this or not, that's kind of up to whether you should do it, that's kind of up to your playing style. Do you want to kind of bask in the experience and follow the story? Don't skip everything. Do you want to complete the game as quick as possible and try to find and explore every area of the game and max out on your team build and all that stuff faster than everybody else? Go ahead and do that. Just, don't burn yourself out on the game because it is a huge game. All right. Safe rooms. Let's talk about safe rooms. So we're going to go back the way we came to go to the nearest safe room. Now, at basically any point in time, you will be able to, not this door, it's locked. You will be able to go to the nearest safe room. Once you're there, once you discover a safe room for the first time, number one, you can go to it in order to heal up all your characters, their HP and SP. And you can tap on the buttons in the top right corner. Now, this isn't just a safe room thing, but you can switch events at any time. Switch missions at any time. If you leave the main mission, you'll be able to go right back to any safe room that you have already discovered. All right. Hit the Explore Q-Cheese Palace button or whatever other palace or dungeon that you're at. You'll be able to go teleport any one of these locations. And by the way, if you are mainly a mobile gamer, you may not be used to this from consoles, but you're going to want to make heavy use of the map and use that to figure out where you've explored before, where you still need to explore, what doors are locked, what doors are unlocked. Hit the progress button to the top right, and you'll be able to see what kind of progress you got on the palace that you're in, as well as the other palaces. How many save rooms you've discovered, how many chests, common, rare, luxury, core, how many enemies you've defeated, and how many shards of desire you've claimed. Obviously, you're gonna have to get all of these if you want 100%. No rush to do so, though. This is meant to be a game, and even on the loading screen, it says take your time, and there's probably a reason that they say take your time, which is to remind players to take your time. Hit the View Stats button. Not only will you be able to view the stats of your characters, but you'll be able to do upgrades as well. So for weapons, one important tip is if you go to the armory, the weapon that you have equipped, you'll be able to level it up with the enhance button. Don't worry about the rarity of the weapon when you level it up, because check this out. As you can see right above the change button, swapped weapons keep the level of the previous weapon. So let's swap that weapon. All of a sudden, the new weapon is level 20 and the old weapon is level 1. So don't worry about the stats of each individual weapon if you've already leveled one of them up to 20. Just equip one of the weapons of the highest rarity that you have in order to max out your stats. And you won't see necessarily what those stats are until you equip it. So once you hit a certain level, you're going to have to overclock it. You need blue crystals and other types of crystals for that. Tap the icon and it'll tell you exactly where to get them. Over in the forge area, you can, if you have forge materials, and you can use weapons of the same star level in order to do a forge. It doesn't matter if the weapon is one that is necessarily equipable by this character or not. I like to use repeat weapons in here. So we're going to pick this Break Tonfa because there's already a Break Tonfa down there. Hit the Forge button. Forge level 2. So higher chance to gain ice crystal stacks thanks to that forge level. All right. Going back. Now, going to the Velvet Room, you got a lot of stuff you can do here. Go to the Persona Compendium. You'll have to register personas in order to use them for certain things, or record them rather, or you can simply hit the record button to the bottom right to record them all at once and earn all your schema points at once. So those are used to level up schema skills. And that's if you want to do it as fast as you possibly can, of course. Then you can do them all at once. Over in Persona Training, you can train all the possible personas that Wonder, which is your main character, can equip. Now, the personas that go with each of the other thieves besides Wonder, those aren't going to be listed here. So, yeah, go here to train your persona in various ways. If they reach the max level, obviously you won't be able to level them up anymore, but if you got the materials necessary, you can overclock personas that have reached a certain level. Let's see what else we got over here. You can organize it by rarity, organize it by the level that they're at, or the rank. In this case, Yano Sick is the highest rarity and the highest rank one we got, but there's a ton of other available ones. You can get more personas by, number one, you can fuse personas. If you got any personas that are not registered, go back to the Persona Compendium and register them. Hit this little page right thing, look for ones that have not been registered yet. And if you don't have the personas, or if they're still showing unregistered after you register all the available ones, that just means you don't have them and you got to try to get more of them. Go to Edit Party. This is where you can swap out thieves. Now, typically you want to use the strongest thieves, just statistic-wise, period, regardless of elementals. The exception of that is when you're facing off or about to face off against a tough boss, whether it's a final boss of the palace, such as Kyuchi, or whether it's a guild boss or some other kind of big boss. You're going to want to modify your party, both your thieves and your personas, in order to get the strongest elemental match possible. All right, backing out of here. See at the bottom right corner it says take your time. Go up to contracts in order to summon not only new thieves but new personas. So it takes gold cards, or gold tickets rather, over here to do these contracts. Platinum contracts up here. If you don't have enough platinum contracts, then you can spend meta crystals or meta jewels or whatever they call them. So that one allows you to summon, and hit skip if you want to. You can summon more personas. You get a better chance of rare personas on this one. We got one of the higher rarity ones over here, and then some lower rarity ones. You can go up to Phantom Thieves of Hearts. Let's see what we get from our gold tickets. 4-star thief, Leon Leo Kamiyama, and then some others don't really care too much about. Oh, a 5-star there, Mona Morgana. That's one of the better ones in the game, of course, one of the better 5 stars. Arguably the best 5-star in the game, at least right now, because power creep keeps, a lot of them keep getting power crept out, but summoning, okay. Phantom Magician, the Joker. The Joker generally is considered the best of the 5 stars. You can re-roll at the beginning of the game for said Joker. So in order to re-roll, it's kind of a long process. Settings, account, and if you got a guest account, you can delete your account, restart it, skip over everything, and for the next, 15, 20 minutes, play through until you get to the summoning area again. May take quite a while in order to get the Joker, but for many, it's worth it. Also, Okion, I don't know how to pronounce his name, or their name, whatever, is a great one. Anne is a great one. Morgana, like we just got, is a great one. Ryuji's a good one. So those are ones that you should look to keep, but generally, at least for the early portions of the game, Joker will make your life much easier. All right, so if your phone keeps getting hotter than the surface of the sun while you're playing, up in this config menu, you can either choose from various graphical presets, and then obviously hit yes to save these presets. This is the lower graphic one we just did. That's if you really are serious about saving battery life. Now, go back to the phone icon. If you want to change that again, Swipe back and forth till you get to the settings. Let's try best. This one's probably going to nuke my phone into absolute orbit. 60 FPS, because what the hell? Man, this game already knows I've got a trash phone. For those curious, I'm playing on an iPhone 13 Pro, which, yes, it's a Pro, but it's a freaking iPhone 13, so it's not going to be as powerful as some of the 15s and 16s out there. I've got the oldest phone in my household. My kids have newer phones than me at this point. That's just because I don't care to spend money on a new phone yet. Anyways, I am going to put the settings back down before my video gets nuked, because that tends to happen when the phone settings are too high. All right. So going back, hit the, let's see, where is it? Home button. Not that button. But you can go to any one of these quests and track them anytime you want to. So hit go. Takes you right back to wherever you need to go in order to do said quest. Schema skills. All right. Phone menu. Thieves. And this is what those schema points are for, that we just collected by registering everybody. Select a schema skill. Unlock. Select go to collect schema points. Already did this. Oh, I forgot that we did the summons. All right, let's get out of here. So tap on the next button in the quest in order to pop up the exclamation point that you need to hit. Now, obviously, you're going to go over to talk to whoever the exclamation point is pointing to. Abnormal surge. A lot of times you'll get to skip through dialogue. So if you just want to get through the quest as fast as you possibly can, skip the dialogue. Events. There's lots of stuff to claim from the events. Tap on any one of these. We're going to skip that for now, but tap on any one of these to see if you got something that you can claim or something that you can do. Converging Destinies, daily bonus. We have to wait till tomorrow to get that one, but gold tickets, platinum tickets, etc. So you can do summons without having to spend a ton of meta jewels. That's always nice. Let's see. And then the game will direct you to go somewhere else. So, but first, let's see. We've already started exploring the path of Kimranut. So we can either go to Mementos and go to Area 1. Later on, we'll be able to go to Area 2, 3, and 4 after unlocking the specific safe rooms over there. All right. What else can we talk about here? All right, so in the city area, there's a lot you can do over here. Part-time jobs, studying at the cafe, or not cafe, studying at the diner, things like that. So you can do one of these options here, playing games at home. Now, this stuff generally is not required. So if you don't like doing this stuff, you don't have to do this stuff, but it does increase your social stats. Knowledge, charm, guts, kindness, proficiency. Knowledge is the easiest to increase because it will increase just naturally by doing all the various school story missions. Excuse me. But at some level, doing kindness. Okay, so apparently the translation of the game needs some work. I'm guessing it'll be fixed on future updates. But all these quests, tap one of these to see how to upgrade them. and what becomes available when you do. So doing these will give you things like items, social experience. All right, this is getting tiresome, but we can break this down fairly easily. Study at the library. So that'll specifically increase knowledge experiences, while other things like the movies will increase a wider range of social experience. Play games at home will increase proficiency. So will using the workbench and things like that. First time you do it, you can get meta jewels. In fact, you can actually get meta jewels for a lot of different stuff in this game. Hit plans. That's where you have a lot of quests that you can earn rewards just by claiming them, because just by playing this game, you're going to be completing a lot of them. Wonder experience credits will increase your wonder level, which is kind of the same thing as your player level. So if you're looking to increase your player level in order to unlock some new stuff, then be sure to go there to claim whatever you can. Over here in the goals area, you got daily goals, weekly goals, and season goals. So come up here. Oh, that's a lot of wonder experience. So if you need a lot of wonder experience, complete those daily goals. Tap over here, complete weekly goals, such as number of times playing Realm of Repression, spending yen, using Kompaku gems, etc., etc. So, yeah, go there when you need that stuff. Over in the shop area, if you see one of those yellow exclamation point icons over by the shop area, then tap on the icon where it's showing and hunt down whatever free gifts you might be able to find. For example, the daily gift is always free. You can claim it once per day. And then there's training sets, level up rewards, things like that. Purchase. And tap any one of the icons next to the name in order to see what it does. The tome, for example, obviously that's an experience item. Gold parts for weapons, legend cubes for personas, Konpaku gems, obviously used to train both personas and your thieves. Level 20 present, let's claim that. And then as you gain levels, you can unlock even more of them. Up here in the discount area, you see a yellow icon. That doesn't necessarily mean there's something free to claim, though. That just means that there's a discount for you to look at. Tap the menu button down at the bottom right corner. It's kind of the same thing as tapping your phone. Obviously, the thieves area, you can upgrade your characters like we showed. The collections area, so you can collect prizes for stuff you've already done over here, and then see what you need to do in order to unlock new stuff. But recipes, for example, cook more, buy more stuff at the supermarket, you can collect recipes. By the way, best place to get healing items, we haven't gone over that yet, is the drugstore. Just remember that for when you're completing quests and all that. You can get more healing items at the drugstore. They can certainly help in tougher palaces and tougher dungeons when you have a long space to go in between safe rooms. All right. And if you get stuck in a palace or a dungeon, look for any exclamation marks that you haven't touched. You got to touch all the exclamation marks. Oh, and over here in the contracts area, we forgot to go over it. There was a soft pity. There is a hard pity. The hard pity typically is triggered after 80 pulls. So just remember that for your, re-rolling and gotcha pulling pleasure. And when you're picking characters and personas, typically area of effect type of attacks are the best ones that you want to put into play, because not only do they make it easier to get to the all-out attack, but when you are fighting a lot of enemies at once, the combine, even though they may do less individual damage, they do more combined damage, combining all the damage of each character together. So not only does that enable you to get to the all-out attack faster, but typically even boss characters will have companion enemy characters with them, so you can use the area of effect attacks to hit them all at once. Let's see. Generally, you should focus on leveling up a few thieves instead of spreading your level up experience over a ton of thieves. So generally focus it on about 3 or 4 thieves. Increase the level of your character, of wonder rather, aka your player level, in order to increase the level ceiling for your thieves. Let's see, level up, hidden ability leveled up, quick select, obviously the stats increase significantly, and this whatever that is up there indicates the amount of hidden abilities that you've unlocked. That doesn't necessarily indicate the rarity of said thief, but yeah, try to pick thieves with more area of effect attacks, and definitely have at least one healer in the party. And like we said, healer wise, Morgana is really good. Lufel is pretty good. What we got here? Healing satellite. You can tap over here to see what each of the skills do and to upgrade the skills. So be sure to upgrade them in order to increase not only the damage they do, but the amount of healing power. That actually increased healing power quite a bit, and it's an area of effect heal. So that makes it extra good. Owl Green is a single heal. So that's if you got a character that's really on the ropes. Yeah, keep those upgrades coming and make sure anybody that's in your party has the strongest available weapon as well as the highest possible weapon level. And whenever you get those appropriate gems, go over and overclock it. Or those appropriate crystals, rather. Anytime you're kind of confused about something, hit the question mark to go back over the tutorial for that specific area. Or if you want to spend a lot of time reading and that would help you out a lot, go to the tutorial menu in the bottom left corner of your phone. You got lots of tutorials over here. Not only can you read whichever ones you want to, but you'll earn free metajoules for doing so. So even if you don't want to necessarily read the tutorials, it might be worth it for the free metajoules. You can just kind of speed tap through them. Takes a few minutes, and you end up with a lot of jewels. So right now we've got a total of 40 unlocked tutorials. That would mean 200 free metajoules. That's at least worth a few summons. And then you can go to the awards area and claim rewards for even more metajoules. So there's tons of free metajoules in this game. You'll see the progress bar up above fill up also. When the progress bar fills, you'll unlock various chests with even more rewards in them. Journey to Desire stuff, Rainbow, granted for achieving rank 3. Tap over to all these tabs in order to max out on your metajewel collections. Even if you don't necessarily care about the prizes up here, although the prizes up here, obviously you get better weapons, guns, things like that. What else? Oh, and then Synergy You can get synergy rewards for doing various things in the game. It almost doesn't even matter what they necessarily are. Just, claim them as they come. And you'll get different synergies with different characters. Complete side missions in order to unlock these synergies. For example, we've got the missions with Merope, Yowling Lee, and, of course, our owl buddy, Lufel. In the top right corner, you can choose to prioritize this bond, which means a higher chance of going on that outing with the accomplice. And as you prioritize it, you'll get not only different rewards, as you can see here. Tap on all these icons to see what they are, but unlock some new synergy abilities. Plus, you can read the profiles if you want to. All right. Anyways, this is, I believe, about it for the tips for now. So we're going to leave you with that. But this is Game Hydro. Please like and subscribe. And if there's something you want to specifically see us go over in Persona 5 The Phantom X, please leave a comment. Also leave a comment if you want to see us go over another game as well. All right. Catch you later.